Hey everyone, welcome back to CyberSecurityTV. This week we're going to talk about the AWS security. It's been a while since we have talked about any of the AWS security. We talked a lot in the past weeks about the XSS and other web application penetration, but I thought let's talk about some of the security features that the AWS offers, and this is going to be very, very helpful for the security professionals who are working with their clients, or if you're even part of the internal InfoSec team and trying to set up a secure infrastructure on the AWS, probably this is going to really help you to make sure that these are some of the tools and techniques that you can use to ensure you have secure configuration all the time. Of course, there are several things you can do, but in this lesson, we're going to only focus on the S3, or probably we'll take the example of S3. That's the goal of this, probably, the episode is. Now, of course, S3, we all know it's a sort of like, a storage facility that the AWS provides. You can drop in objects and you can drop in files and you can access, you can share with the other teams, you can share it with the public, you can also have it open to the internet. So that's a simple service. I'm not going to deep dive into what the S3 is. But one feature that the S3 provides is about the event logging. So every time there is an API call, so for example, delete object or put an object or rename or modify or copy, and so any type of those event occur, it's gonna incur an API call, which is going to be helpful to automate a lot of security stuff, and we'll see in just a few moments how. One thing, so every time you have to capture these events, or it's totally free. So every time you put an object, it's gonna call the API call, and if you wanna capture that event through any of the other services, it's totally free. So there's no additional cost for that. Now, the example we're gonna see today is we want to make sure that, for example, you're a system admin or you're a security professional or part of the InfoSec team, and you have set up this S3 or the AWS account for one of your application, and you want to make sure if any of the objects from the S3 or particular prefix, particular folder gets deleted, then you want to get notified as soon as possible, right? So that's the agenda here. Now, the exercise that I'm gonna give you guys based on the example that I'm gonna show you is you can create the Lambda to undo the delete function, which is again one of the event. So if somebody, for example, by mistake delete the object, then the example I'm going to show you, it's only going to notify you that the object is deleted, but your task is to create a Lambda which actually undo delete this. So it's going to actually recover or maybe fix the situation within a moment, like less than a second. So that's the objective I'm going to give you. But let's first head on to our AWS console and let me show you how you can configure the event-based notification for the S3 bucket. So first off, to get the notification, of course, we'll have to set up the SNS. So what I've done is, let's go to the SNS. And I have already set up one topic, which is called S3 delete object. Of course, you can name whatever you want, and it's going to send an email to my email address whenever the object deletion happens. So if you want to see in the detail, let's see, go back, delivery access policy. Again, the access is I have given all the, I'm going to delete this topic after the demo, but the topic, the access to the topic is all the services in my account. I have kept this one default, like delivery retry policy. Then tagging, logging, I have not done anything. Encryption I have disabled, of course, but if there is any sensitive information, you can always turn on the encryption. And the tags you can add if you want to manage any tags or anything. So that's a pretty much simple SNS. But if you want to see and edit anything, you can also edit from here. Now the SNS is already set up. Now let's go and create the S3 bucket. So let's create one test bucket, and of course, bucket name has to be unique. So I'm gonna say private bucket 103, right? And let's hit the next. We'll just keep everything as is. I guess this is just for the demo purpose. Block public access. That's good. And let's create the bucket. So bucket is now created. Let's upload an object in here. Actually, before that, let's go to the properties because we have to link the SNS with our bucket. Oh, I clicked the wrong topic. Let's go to the events and let's add notification. I'm gonna say S3 delete object, right? And I want to be notified on all object delete events. Of course, you can see how many event does it support, right? So you can also for the copy, you can also do for the replication failed, restore, initiated, complete. So you can have notification for everything. But this is the only one I'm kind of interested in right now. The prefix is the folder. So if within the bucket, if you are just want to limit this notification to a particular folder, you can do it here. Same way, you can also apply this suffix. Notification sent to. So we're gonna say SNS topic, and we already have one, which is S3 delete object. So I'm gonna go and hit the save. Now, as you can see, the active notification. So no errors there. We are good to go. Let's go ahead and upload an object, right? So I'm gonna click add files. Let's go to the desktop, and I just downloaded one image file which I'm gonna upload here. So next, upload. Right, the file is uploaded, and as you can see, this is not required. There is no email yet in my email account, but let's try to delete this one. And here it is, delete file. Now, by mistake, let's say someone does delete any important document from here, we can see I got the notification as soon as we deleted something, right? So here you can see all the details, what's the event source, and where the object was deleted, and the name and everything. So that is the main kind of purpose of this particular notification. So you can also do, for example, somebody disabled the logging, right? So there is always an API call, and you can have the notification sent out and say, oh, somebody disabled the logging, and then you can also have the SNS called the Lambda, which would enable the logging back. You can write a little logic there, so that's also a possibility. You can do this is an amazing feature, and you can do whatever you want to automate all of this security, and also fix off any of the findings, like any of the security incidents. So that's a big positive using with the AWS. I hope you like this, and as I said, do try the exercise that we talked about, like create a Lambda function to undo these deleted objects. If you wanna try it, or you can also take a help from some of your software developer friend. He can write a little logic for you to try it out. If you are not able to succeed, let me know. We'll try it on the next episode, one of my next episode, and I'll show you how to do that. But that's very simple. So that's about it. I'm planning to cover some more AWS security topics in the future episodes, because a lot of security professionals nowadays are helping their clients to move to the AWS infrastructure, and they should know about how to automate and how to use some of the security features. All right, so that's it for now. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys next week.